se opuso yo sentí, a 2 años apenas no llega.
Hi, this is Gil. So for this video, you're gonna see me selling my Z Fold 3. Well, I sold the phone already, so I got 180 for it. So that'll give me money for things that I'm not gonna use. Just to make it clear to all of you, I'm not selling stuff because I'm hurting for money. It's not the case. I'm selling stuff that I just don't need. And so that way I could clear some things that I don't need that I can easily get money for. I sold the Xbox, well, the second one that I had. I never used it, and I never used the second one, so I sold it. I mean, so he sold it, the stuff, like things that I'm not gonna need, that I don't need. So I've got a little money, so that'll help us for food or whatever. Just to understand, let y'all understand that I'm not hurting for money. I'm just doing it because I have a lot of time now to go scour through some things to get rid of, including the Z Fold 3. I didn't need that. And I want to sell the phone I'm using right now, and I want to get a new one, another one, a different one. Yeah, and I've been really into this Atari lately in the last week now. I've been really into it, man. And into these TVs, you know, I switch over TVs, you know, I'll play on this TV once in a while and I'll play on that one. It's fun to go through various TVs, you know, it's fun. And then even this one too, you know, the Atari looks cool on this TV too, because this TV is so cool because it's color, I mean, small, and it's a color TV. It's really cool. I mean, this is so cool. So on this video also, you're gonna see that I had to make a part. I actually had to construct a part, the sunroof of the edge, because it was missing the clip. And I spent months trying to track down that part on eBay. I Googled it, everything, man. I tried everything to try to find that piece, the clip I need to hold the sunroof down, because it's missing one. I only had one on this side, but I need one for this side. But I fixed it already right now. So I had to actually engineer that part because I couldn't track it down. So I engineered one. I built the part, or I custom made the part. Came out good. I mean, spent several hours doing it, but I did it though. I mean, it's all until I can actually get that part. I'm not in a hurry, but as long as it holds the sunroof down, I'm good. I mean, it's all good. So right now this is Monday, and today I just did EDD. So yeah, I'll put that on a separate video on how my life looks like after the day I got laid off. It's gone on to 3 weeks now, so I'll do that on another video. So anyways, so yeah. Also included in this video, I made a drone flight of my house, of this whole area, my whole neighborhood. Yeah, I made a drone flight, so you'll see that too. Alright, I'll see you in the next video after this one finishes. Alright. So I'm finally gonna cell phone, man. So I'm supposed to meet up with this guy so he could buy the phone, you know. What do I think of the idea of meeting up in a place to buy phones or other things like this? Because sometimes people just want to meet up somewhere rather than going to my house. What's the nature of that? I think they feel like they want to be safe, I guess. So this phone dough and the case. I'll never do these phones again, man. I'll never do a Z Fold. I'll never do those type of phones again. So I'm wondering where the guy is at. There's a fire going on the mountain there, on the little mountain road. Yeah, where I like to ride my bike at sometimes. The trip. I like to ride my bike in that street there. That's a trip. Telling you. So this Molly. So driving the edge. It's like the more I drive this car, the more I like it. It's like I feel like I like the car now. I mean, I didn't really care much about this car before, because it wasn't even my car. It was Jenny Lynn's car. But I mean, but now that it's like I actually gave Jenny Lynn the money I got from the truck to buy this car off of her, so to speak, and then I'm gonna still continue to sell this. But I mean, if I can't sell it, I would be more than happy to keep it because I like it now. I mean, I really like the car. It drives really nice. I mean, and I love all the features it has on it. I mean, I love the radio and all that stuff. I love how smooth it rides. It's just the sunroof clip. It's missing a clip. Think I need to engineer a clip, like a metal clip, so I can hold down the sunroof. I have to engineer it because I can't find that clip anywhere for sale. I mean, I've been trying to track it down. I mean, on eBay or some. I have not been able to find that part for sale. I mean, it's just a clip. So I'm probably just gonna have to, I have tape on the sunroof until I could get it clipped there. But until, I'll probably just have to engineer one. And then we got them building restaurants and stuff over there. So yeah, that's crazy, man. That's interesting. And maybe I could end up getting a job right there. Yeah, I could imagine, you know. I could probably even try to get a job there. I mean, I don't care. I mean, for me, I don't care what. I mean, at this point, I kind of don't care about what job I get. I mean, but of course, you know, like, if someone's gonna point out several different type of jobs, then I'm gonna want to pick any certain one that I feel that I would like better than anything else. And for this matter, I kind of don't care if I work in a restaurant. I mean, like, even McDonald's, I don't care, man. I mean, just don't throw 60 hours a week on me, though. I mean, just don't do that. That's all I ask. I mean, not like my last job used to do. Yeah. Look at that car. I like the collar of the Kia there. So anyways, yeah. This is Molly again. So I just sold my phone, the Z Fold 3. I sold it for $180 because I didn't want it anymore. I mean, I could tell you one thing, I'll never do those again. I'll never do those Z Folds again. Because the problem with those things is that there's more things to break on them, and it's too cumbersome. The phone was a little bit too cumbersome for me. I mean, and everything. And I almost like never needed the big screen. I mean, it's kind of pointless to have a phone with double screens like that. I mean, at least that's my opinion anyway. So yeah, that's where the fire was at. It's got a little fire on the mountain there. So I'm home now. At least I sold that phone, and that we could replenish a little money for this week. I got my cameras, you know, I just fixed the lens on this. I just finished replacing the lens on this last night. I mean, I got the parts. It was $50 for the two. I replaced both of them because both sides of them got scratched. So I couldn't use this camera until right now. I mean, but I'm still working on it right now. But I was just using this 360 camera in the last couple of days. So yeah. I'm telling you, well, having sold a few things in the past few days or past week, I went ahead and used some of that money to buy another chair and another one like it. So that way one of you who comes and says hi to me, we could be here and play Atari in you. You could play Atari, or we could just play a Nintendo or something. So we can remember the 80s, you know. Telling you. But everybody's too afraid of me though. Yeah. Because I do bite. If you have a pizza nearby me, I will bite, so. Gotta clean up my car. I just washed this the other day. I went to the beach with this Edge yesterday. It was fun, man. So yeah, I mean, when it comes to driving this car, like the sunroof, I just love the sun. I just have this thing about a sunroof on a car, especially the Edge, because it has a panoramic sunroof, so it's like the entire top of the car. The whole top of the car is sunroofed. So yeah, I mean, so like if I slide out the slider, the whole roof is open. Like, I mean, I'm talking about it lets the sun in. Of course, it's shaded, but I mean, and I love driving through the beach or being at the beach with the sunroof open, and so that's the cool thing I like, you know, the light coming in. A challenge number 5. Wow, that was an expression. Well, I want to try to engineer a part. I need to engineer this piece. I need the piece. This side is missing the clip, like I said. It's missing it. I never was able to find that piece. This side has one, of course. So I have to engineer a part. I have to engineer this part. At least a temporary part. Until I could track down one for sale or something. I need this piece. But until I can get that piece, I need to put something there so that way I can hold this down, so that way it's not going to get windy, and that way it's not a threat of this flying off, you know, with this being only this being. So I'm going to work on that right now. But anyways, that's what I'll be doing probably today, I guess. So, well, anyways, well, I hope you liked this video. Today is June 9th, 2024. See you on the next video. Okay, y'all. So, apparently I had to make the part. I gotta make the part. So I had to engineer it as close as possible to this part right here. I mean, this part. But on the other side, you know. I had no choice, but I had to make it. I have to make this part, and I think this part, it should work. You know, it's stupid that, I can't even find the part. I can't even find it on eBay, nowhere. I Googled it. I've been spending months trying to find the stupid part, and nobody knows. It's like nobody knows anything about it, so I had to make the part. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it on. I feel like this should work. I mean, but this is not meant to be a permanent replacement, though. It's not meant to be a permanent part. I just wanted to do this so that way this half of the sunroof can stay shut, you know. That way it's not gonna be doing this while I'm driving, you know, like while the other side is gonna be snug and then this side's gonna be wobbly. I mean, it's kind of risky to be driving around like that, because that part can give up, which is the only one holding it. can give up, and then the whole sunroof will fly off into space and shit, you know? And then, so there, at least all I want this part for is just so I can hold the sunroof down for now. Because I don't even plan on using it or anything. So, yeah. Now to install it. And so, yeah. Got that part in there. So I just gotta bolt it on and see if it should work. The outside of it. So going into all the screws and crap that I rearranged the other day, that day that I rearranged my toolbox. So now it's easy. The work is easy because I did that. You see, that was well worth my time doing it that day, because now I could find all the little pieces imaginable that I need, you know. So here you go. I got that side on. I just gotta tighten it now, and then I just gotta align this, put the screws in there. Seems like it's finally working. Seems like it's working. So it looks like I won't need this anymore, because, you know, I used to actually have to put tape over this. I used to have to put tape here, like to keep this part of the sunroof from flapping, like while I'm driving on the freeway and stuff, you know. But now I don't have to do that anymore. Yeah. Nice. So yeah, that's it. So I made that part out of this. I bought this piece at Home Depot for $1 and shit. And so I just gonna like use the cutting tools and drill presses to cut out everything I needed, and it worked. Apparently it worked. At least it's a temporary fix, because I know that it's not meant to be permanent. It's only until I can actually get that part. And another crazy thing that's happened to me is this scanner, you know, like another crazy thing that's happened to me today too. You know, like I discovered that on this, because I had 2 codes on this car. There's Edge. And then, you know, like I had 2 codes, and I had it all for a long time. And then the next thing I know, one of the codes has been erased, or I mean, one of the codes had been canceled out by the system. It looks like it. And then now this is the only code that I have on this Edge. Yeah, this is a 2011 Edge. Yeah, somehow I used to have another code. It's only, I mean, I had the catalytic converter sufficiency below threshold code. I had that code, and I had it on. It was on for a while, and then now all of a sudden it just turned off. I mean, it just turned off. I mean, yeah. And then on this car, it's only the evap system monitor that's not ready. Everything else is. Another weird thing that this car was doing is, like, on some days 2 monitors would be not ready, and then on another day, like 2 weeks later, 5 were not ready. That's kind of weird that it did that. But then all of a sudden it's okay now. Like, it's weird. It's been doing weird things. But right now, I mean, this car, I mean, this Edge looks pretty good according to this. I mean, only 1 monitor and 1 code. 1 monitor is not complete. And this is a monitor in California that's not required to be ready. I mean, in California, it's only that monitor that's allowed not to be ready for it to pass the smog. But apparently, I mean, apparently, like, this car wouldn't pass the smog right now because of that code, because of the evap small leak. But that's not a big deal, though. I mean, really, I mean, yeah. So, anyways, I mean, so all right. Well, I hope you like me the adventures of getting the sunroof fixed. So now I don't have to worry about wind noise. No more wind noise, because no more of this flapping around and while I'm driving, you know. So I'm very happy about that. And then, you know, it's like the yeah. Yeah, but at least this temporary fix will be perfect. So yeah. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and clean up in here. So this part, I had to kind of like get it more I had to re-perfect the part because I was having wind noise. Because it worked. It did hold the sunroof down, and it did close it and everything, but it was not like closing all the way. Well, like, it looked pretty all the way, but apparently it just wasn't all the way enough, and then it was creating wind noise. So this is the part that I'm trying to reconstruct. Yeah. Okay, well, I'm trying to like resemble this part as much as possible. I know it doesn't have to be perfect. Trying to resemble it, you know. I'm trying. Well, I mean, it doesn't. I mean, and then of course it's the opposite. I mean, everything on this part is gonna be the opposite. Let's see how it works. Now I gotta cut this off. I've been using the cutting tool. So I mean, if I didn't have these tools, I mean, there's no way we can do it. I mean, the tools I needed for all this is the drill press. I gotta have that so I could drill the holes, so I could put these screws in there, and then things like this. So now I'm gonna cut this off now. I got the, okay. Now let's see, how should I do this? Here I go. Okay, well, the best I could do here. So, anyways, I mean, it worked yesterday, but I just wanted to perfect it today. So, yeah, here you go. So, of course, this part's exactly the opposite of this one. So, I mean, everything's just the opposite because it goes on both sides. So, trying to get it as perfect. Yeah, I know it doesn't have to be perfect, but there's certain parts that do sort of have to be perfect, though. Certain parts, particularly this bottom screw right here, it has to be perfect. Well, it has to be perfect in the sense of where this has to be the exact same distance as this and everything. So again, this is only until I can get the actual part. Because it's only meant to be a temporary part. So yes. So I gotta connect this big screw into this. I have to connect it in there. And there, like that. So it's nice and snug. And then, gotta roll this and connect this part all over to here. There's a little latch. Okay, got it in there. This part right here, this actually does the pulling in the sunroof, while the part back here, or hooks up to that, that's actually the part we need, so that way it could guide the sunroof, and that's the main part that actually like tightly closes the sunroof. So, see how this works. Now the same thing with this side as well. It goes in here. Now there's the original part, and that's the part that I had to make. So, now same thing. Gotta get this in here, into this hole right there. Yeah, apparently we have to sort of force it a little bit. That's the only way we could do it. So now this part's in here, just like the other part. So should work now. Okay, I got this part perfected. It took me probably about an hour to get it, so that way it could be perfected. But overall, I probably spent at least a few hours making the part and perfecting it. So that's how the sunroof looks when it's open. But there's another part of this that's kind of like broken. See this plastic part? This part is broken. So the thing that this tends to go above this, because there's nothing that's guiding this. So I'm limited. I can only use this limited. I mean, unless I would want to. Because if I try to open it, it would open, the sunroof would open, but when I want to try to close it, it would not sheet in properly, like, or it would have the tendency to not want to sheet in when closing it. So okay, it's a moment of truth. So I'm gonna close it now. And voila, it's good now. So now I confirmed that this is more tighter. It's closed more tighter now, because it wasn't really closing all the way, but it was still holding it there. But it was making wind noise earlier this morning, so I had to go back to this part and redo it. I mean, I just had to make it perfect. So now the sunroof is good. I'm gonna open it a little bit. But seems like it works pretty nice now. I mean, but the problem is that I think that's how it opens. It's when I want to close it. That would be the issue. But anyway, should be good.
It's quiet, and Lord, it feels so good to be alone with you. It's been so long since I felt the love of Jesus come pouring through. With trembling hands, I softly whispered, Jesus, you're the Son of God. You have a plan, and somehow you are watchful of the path I trod. I thank you for the winter snow, the way you make little flowers grow. I'm thankful for all the things you've done, but most of all, I'm thankful for your Son. In times gone past, you know I wandered far away. I tried to find release. It did not last, and my happiness was desolate and out of reach. It was your healing power that was all that my soul needed to restore my faith. So in every hour I'll take your songs and I'll fill them with unended praise. So I want to thank you for the winter snow, the way you make little flowers grow. I'm thankful for all the things you've done, but most of all, I'm thankful for. So I want to thank you for the winter snow, the way you